What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I have got a special guest today, Hunter Constantine, because we are going over the new Walther PDP competition match guns. This is the steel frame, and then he got the polymer frame, and we'll switch later. So because they are competition driven guns, I brought in Grandmaster, USPSA carry optic shooter. I'm a full-time professional shooter, so I travel the country shooting matches, instructing people. It is my full-time job, and I've been told I have a pretty good shot. This is also gonna be a great opportunity to see the difference between competitive shooter, former Army Ranger, cop, tactical kind of guy, and we'll see who's gonna be faster and more accurate. A couple different basic drills that you guys have seen out there on the internet. We're gonna do some bill drills. We're gonna do an accelerator drill.
We got the Helix drill, the Haley transition drill. I'll show you guys the difference in the tracking between the polymer and the steel frame and how it feels transitioning.
Plus, these guns have triggers that are the opposite of sucking. These are some of the best triggers in the game, and when you put 41 ounces in a gun like the steel frame version has, that combo should be pretty sick.
Yeah, I don't own a PDP. I have friends that do. I've shot them a couple times, and the number one thing I've always noted on it is just how good that trigger is.
100%.
I'm pretty excited.
We'll get rocking and roll with some drills, man.
Yeah, let's get some rounds down range.
Yeah, you got a shot timer?
I do. Let me go grab it.
Is it in the truck?
Yeah.
Typical competitive shooter forgets all of his gear.
Let's start off with the cold start bill drill.
Okay.
Some of the first shots for today.
Well, you got to get this on camera. You get a new gun and you don't have a holster yet.
Yeah.
You get the competition ghetto
rig. You get the
rig.
thigh strap little.
It's like a wedding garter.
You make do with what you have on the range.
As a competitive shooter, you got to start like this.
It's wrist below belt.
And like right here.
Yeah, for speed.
For speed.
This is Jason Bourne.
He's already diagnosing what's wrong with my draw.
I mean, there's like some egregious things that I would note for draws, but like yours looks fine. As long as your gun's on target and you can hit some shots.
I am hot, I am ready.
He's hot. And ready. 6 shots, bill drill.
All right.
Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by.
Searching for the dot. Searching for the dot.
267 with 168 first shot.
Okay. You see me searching?
Oh, absolutely. Well, we're warming up. It's cold start for the day. No one ever shoots their best right out of the gate. 234, a little bit faster, cut off about 3/10.
I am discovering the PDP steel frame right now.
Yes.
Trigger freeze.
There's only 5.
I know. I get an alibi on that one since I can't count.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right.
Ooh, you sped up there. You got a 15 split in there, 235. Now, little guy, don't worry about that little guy.
Don't worry about that delta.
Yeah.
Since I'm here with a competitive shooter where speed and accuracy matters, we've got to address.
We got a Delta, Charlie.
I felt
Charlie,
this one.
Charlie.
That's where my wrist just went like that.
And it's very important for you guys who are interested in increasing your skill to shoot on paper, because it's going to be the best way to diagnose what's going on with your gun, what's going on with your grip. Steel will lie to you.
Lies to you.
You might sound cool for Instagram, but you're not really improving your skill.
That one was recoil anticipation, and these two are me driving my shoulder forward.
Interesting.
And I do that constantly on the draw. That first round, I will overdrive my shoulder like that, and then I gotta pull back. Some of that old shooting mentality where I turtle sometimes. So to overcome that, I've extended too far, but then I have to pull back.
Yeah, I always think about like pulling my lats down. The biggest thing that Mike's doing right now is understanding what he's doing wrong and being able to self-diagnose to get better. And that's why he's got such a good shot.
I wanna be better.
We're gonna get used to that retention a little bit.
It's a little different. I'm gonna do the whole competition thing where I'm like right here, so you can hear that beep.
Yeah, make sure that when I draw, you hit my arm with the timer as well, so I get distracted by that. I've had guys where they're standing like behind my right arm, so like when they draw, bringing my arm up, it like bumps the timer. I start shooting, and all I'm thinking about like, that dude hit me. Oh, let's do shooter ready, stand by, and then a beep.
Okay.
Yep.
So apparently I screwed up competition already. Shooter ready, stand by. You had a little trigger freeze like I did, too.
I did.
I felt that.
I was watching that gun bounce a little bit. 261.
Split 1-6, shot 6.
Oh, we gotta warm up, people. Let's do it.
All right. 218.
218. A little better on accuracy.
Oof. 201, 1-6 split.
I'm feeling this gun dip on me. It's kind of interesting. We'll do one more. Ah!
Just start over. Just
Trigger freeze!
That was clean. So 2 flat, 1/6 on split.
There we go. These like 4 down here, I think that was my 3rd run. That was my 2nd run. These guys are like line breakers, but I'm noticing I just have to hold on to this gun a little bit more in like the palm of my support hand, and then it is all alpha.
So I've found that on the PDPs, if you squeeze more front to back, rather than around, it frees up the trigger a little bit and it feels more solid in the hand for some reason. Because every gun's different.
Yep. And
every gun fits different. Every gun's trigger is different. This is why when you get a new gun, it's really good to go out and like train with it. It's kind of important. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself having really bad trigger freeze, maybe really bad groups, maybe the gun doesn't fit in your hand right. So this is like, kind of what we're both getting to do with both of these guns now.
I almost think about like I'm just going out and I'm playing with the gun because I wanna learn it. I wanna shoot repetitive shots like bill drills or doubles and things like that, just to understand how that gun feels during recoil, how that trigger feels, what input I need to put in as a shooter to be successful with that platform.
100%. What exactly is the new PDP competition, this one being the steel frame and the other one that we were using being the polymer? It's quite a bit different. Let's start at the magwell, which is my favorite place. I think if you guys watch the channel, you know I'm a huge fan of magwells because they just help you get exchanges done faster, and speed is definitely a positive when it comes to competition, tactical world, anything like that. Obviously, this one being the steel frame, you have an aggressive texture here. Side panels are screwed in. Very good checkering and knurling on the front, ambidextrous slide stop, slide release. You do have a takedown style lever on the steel frame version on the side, which is different than the polymer version. Same barrel, same optics cut, same adjustable plastic sights. You do have a little bit of slide windowing up here to lighten that slide up, and you do have a full rail out front. Overall, the grip texture here, amazing. Magazine release knurling, amazing. Trigger in here, this is the full dynamic performance trigger kit in both the steel frame and the polymer. One of the best ones on the market. And then of course, the Walther 2.0 optic cut design here has all of the lug engagement to ensure that that optic is dead solid and never gonna move. Overall, the PDPs have been one of my favorite pistols to run on the range since they came out, but I know some of you need the full specs on that with a little bit of that music. It's the same thing, it's just lighter.
Yeah,
right?
It's lighter. Technically, it should be faster then. 265, nice and controlled, all alpha. 250, one little slider. Yep. Oh, and a neck boy, little neck shot, little jugular.
Little neck boy.
247, consistent. You're way more consistent on the polymer one. Why do you think that is?
Because I'm warmed up.
Warmed up, baby. Woo! Your shot grouping was a lot tighter on this one. I was watching you just drill rounds right in this little one.
That was a lot faster. So 2 flat, 1/5 split on the best.
Very interesting. This one feels a lot more natural to me because I'm used to shooting lighter
I'm willing to bet that Streamlight, that extra weight on the front end, is making us both do this
just
on
dip
the steel frame.
bit.
Too much weight. 292 with a little bit of trigger freeze.
A lot of bit of trigger.
I saw you leaning it. You're like, "Where's the trigger?"
Oh yeah. I think having such good triggers in my guns have made me have a crutch at this point.
198 with a 1.6 on the fastest split. Looks like we got a Charlie and a Delta on that one.
Very interesting, the comparison between these guns off these initial drills. This is the first time using this holster. I normally am not drawing from retention, so I'm used to just like coming down, the gun comes out. And so I'm consciously thinking about putting my thumb on this pad to get it out. As you're going from different platforms, from like a competition holster that like barely has any retention to this is the Omnivore?
Blackhawk Omnivore.
For 3-gun, multi-gun stuff, this is good because like you have this nice big pad here to get your thumb out, but your gun's not gonna fall out while you're moving around. I probably wouldn't wanna use this in competition until I had a few hundred draws on it.
Yeah, at least.
And like a couple weeks of practice just to get used to it. You know, I have probably about like 250,000 rounds on the M&P 9 platform at this point.
Okay.
It's like a 30-ounce gun. This polymer is similar in weight to that. I don't know what the exact weight is, but it's probably in that like 30 to 33 ounce.
41 on the metal.
Yeah, so like if you're shooting like CZs or 2011s, that gun's probably gonna feel more comfortable. But I will say the recoil impulse on that felt improved as far as the gun tracking on target.
Steel versus aluminum too.
Exactly.
And the absorption of that recoil.
And so that's the main factor of the gun, right? It's like steel frame is gonna help with the recoil, and like just on these initial drills, I'm feeling that a little bit.
Yeah. Get a feel for the difference in those transitions, man. You're not putting me on the timer, are you?
I was just gonna give you a beat to start the draw.
2 and then run it dry. Trigger freeze. This one's gonna be beastly in the belt line. So we are wearing actually the Hunter Constantine special belt, which is super slick because it's like bungee in the backside.
Yep. It's
stiff in the front to hold your belt.
Fits to your body. It's the most comfortable EDC belt on the market.
Shameless plug, TC5 is a discount code. TC5, save you 5% on the Hunter Constantine special.
Woo!
I have trouble passing a target in the middle and not wanting to shoot at it.
Yep.
Tier 1 MSP.
Shout
it
out.
holds about every gun because it locks onto the light just like that. Even though that is a heavy gun, not coming out. Also a link for that down below.
This is one of my preferred concealed carry holsters as well. So
yeah, you can carry anything in that thing. It's awesome.
Ooh, that feels good coming out of here. There is just something about these PDPs.
Very distinct difference you're about to feel. So the first thing I noticed, belt recoil is like half, but the slowdown speed is like, I better put the brakes on about right here.
If Mike is the target here, for the steel frame, I'm thinking about stopping the dot like on the edge of the target. So by the time I actually stop, it's somewhat center in the A zone. And with the polymer, I could just stop it in the center.
Cool, let's just see how flat they are with just a couple of straight shots, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
If you like seeing content on new things like the PDP steel frame right here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That's gonna do a couple things for you. First off, it'll make sure you don't miss any of the content when it drops. And second, it'll tell YouTube to push this content to other people, some of which maybe have never been exposed to 2A content before, and will help change some of those minds and push our message. And if you think you're subscribed to the channel, give me that discount double check to make sure you still are.
We've got Accelerator. This is a very common drill. We've got a target at 7, a target at 15, and then a target at 25. Generally speaking, what you should see, the closer the target, the faster and more aggressive you're going to be on that target. So each target is going to be 2 shots. You can start from holster, you can start from low ready. The main point of this drill is really working on throttle control. It's not your draw or anything like that, but it does incorporate it. We're going to be shooting doubles on each target, shooting 2 rounds, and we've got the transitions in between.
Well, I got the shot timer, so you're up first.
Sounds good.
Shooter ready? Stand by.
Ooh, I pulled those shots back there.
You got another chance here. That was a 3-1-2 with a 2-5 split.
Okay. Those are good hits back there. We got a couple alphas back there, I think. There we go. Working the grip pressure on the gun on that back target. I wanted to pull that gun a little bit, so I'm gonna really focus on drawing to that target with a good presentation, good grip.
Well, that was a 287 on a 1-8 split.
Yeah.
294, 1-6.
That's feeling good.
Last one.
Going to that back one is faster for me because my draw speed's about the same with this holster. Fighting that retention a little bit for this close one, so I'm not getting that like nice, aggressive 1-second competition draw, and I'm eating it up for that back target.
I find it faster just knowing what I know. Start long and come close.
Yeah.
Which is a competitive thing because tactical law enforcement, you want the closest one gone first, and then you work your way out, right?
Yep. Generally speaking, seeing the masses of America, I don't think most people can shoot past 10 yards.
No, probably not. It's a nice little double tap there.
Yeah, these little left and right shots right here, that was on my near to far when I was coming out here and transitioning. I was feeling my gun. See if we can clean it up with the steel, if that extra weight helps or hinders that transition.
Stand by. It even sounds faster when you do it far to near.
I felt pretty good. I had one swing on that back target. That was was a good one right there.
Getting a little bit more used to it every time you pull the trigger.
That was locked in. I called alphas on every one of those shots. Oh, killed in the streets.
So much faster. 242 at a 1/8 split.
Oh, this feels so good.
All right, last one. You better smoke it. Ooh. 207. We do have a high, Charlie.
Yeah, that was that last split, but that was a 13 split.
1-3, 13.
Oh my gosh. So that 13 split, that was in the neck here. We don't have to worry about that little guy.
You did better on the longer one.
Just the recoil impulse of the steel of my gun coming back down to that same spot.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
No holster, because somebody else has my holster. All right. Let me not make the, I don't want to pull a 100 Constantine without being loaded.
Uh-oh. 346. 350. Consistent. I want to see you be even more aggressive on this close one. So like floating that sight over, just da-da.
Taking a lot more time than I should to acquire the sight because I don't want to miss on camera.
Spicy splits back there, 277 with a 19 split in the rear. That's nasty.
That was bad though. Reload, readdress.
With the reload.
Reload,
look how smooth that was. Did you see that? Dude, that was nice. He's smooth with it like that.
I felt every one of those. In my mind, I was saying, oh shit, oh shit. I'll do that with my shoulder.
Dude, maybe we need a shoulder holster for you. It'll like tighten
the
it
old
up.
jackass holster.
Yeah.
Shoulder rig. That gun is so much heavier.
Yeah.
It's so much heavier, dude. Ah, Jesus.
540.
Holy trigger freeze, dude. Yeah, bad.
Woo. So consistent with the splits all the way through.
That felt better, but going from that polymer to that steel, it's like you feel it right here going out. You're like, Jesus,
just that
that's
last
heavy.
like little acquiring the
heavy.
sights. Woo!
Ah!
Snuck in a little 16 split at the end there. That was nice. All right, 331.
See that sympathetic?
Look at how clean your back target is. And I guarantee one of these was that 19 split you threw back here. That was aggressive. Like even in a match, I'm not shooting a 19 split at a 25-yard target. The results are already starting to show itself a little bit, but the steel frame is just tracking.
You do not feel as much felt recoil for sure.
All right, guys, we got a drill called the Helix drill from you. This is coming from Mesa PD. It is a drill that they're using for their SWAT team, and some other competitors are trying it out. We are going to score this with hit factor scoring.
Okay.
And what that is points per second. So an alpha is worth 5 points, a Charlie is worth 3 points, and a Delta is worth 1 point. So we'll tally up all the points, divide it by the time. That is going to be our overall score. So you will get rewarded for that speed to accuracy balance.
And then muzzle awareness at all times.
Absolutely. So yeah, a big part of this drill is being able to move back up range with your muzzle pointed in a safe direction.
Yeah.
So we're in the fine desert of Arizona.
Yeah.
I think muzzle to the ground or muzzle to the back berm.
Cool. I'm down with that.
But if you do temple index, you're wrong. And I stand by that message, approved by Hunter Constantine. Shooter ready.
Yep.
Stand by. All right, 1967 is the time.
Slipping and a sliding.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, there's 2 right there. -4. So we got 44 divided by 19.
Not good. Not good.
67. 2.23 hit factor. We've got the PDP Polymer.
Poly. Oh, those are both deltas. Ah! Those are both deltas.
One more. No, position.
Oh no, it's up here.
2344. 344 for a 212. Almost the same, slightly less, but that last position, there was a very long gap in between.
Yeah, I forgot the move to the next position thing. I was expecting the steel frame to hide some deficiencies.
Take this, you take that.
All right, you're loaded, right?
I am loaded for sure this time. Oh.
$18.53.
1853, we definitely got some Charlies in here. All right, we got all alphas besides one Delta.
Oh, hard Delta. You cost me a 1x2. Look at that lumber.
53 for a 302 hit factor off the rip. I felt that one immediately too. I was like, huh, it's a nice little drill. I've never run that before.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't know how to move your feet.
I love the steel frame.
1751, dude.
1751, a full second.
1-7 split.
This just feels so good when you're shooting it. Look at how tight this group is.
Yeah, that's good.
Fantastic. 51 for a 319.
Yeah, but that 1-7 split, cooking and moving like that, everybody can hit a target until you start running and breathing heavy.
I like this drill. You guys should try it at home.
For sure.
You guys should try it and tag Tactical Considerations on Instagram.
Yeah. So that is the Polymer and the steel frame new competition models, which is the next level up from the PDP Pro. Top 3 things from Grandmaster Hunter Constantine.
First off, their dynamic performance trigger. We mentioned at the beginning of the video. This thing just rips. Once you get your finger in the right spot and you understand where it's going to break, knockout. Of course, on the steel frame, this extra weight just helps you track on those sights. We ran the Helix drill. I was just watching my rounds stack up in that A zone like nobody's business. I appreciate the weight on this gun. And I also like that it comes with the magwell, comes with optics plates. Yep. So out of the box, you're ready to go and you can go shoot matches. So you could use this in carry optics without the magwell, or you could use it in limited optics with the magwell.
Steel or polymer, which one are you buying?
Polymer. Polymer. The steel's great, but I'm used to the polymer. I like light guns. If you follow me on my channels, you'll know that I'm basically shooting almost all polymer guns. And so I do think there's a purpose for these guns, and I know a lot of people like the heavy guns, but it really just comes down to personal preference. They're both amazing guns. We both shot them really well, but that's just my personal opinion.
100% competition on the steel, in my opinion.
This would be a little heavy to carry, right?
Oh God, yeah, especially in an appendix rig. The triggers in them, like my top favorite things here are the triggers, amazing. The dynamic performance triggers, hands down, the best polymer triggers out there in the game right now. The magwell on those mag exchanges, even moving, the slide stop, slide release. Now, I love it because it's perfect for me, but I saw you activate it a few times when you probably didn't mean to.
Yep.
It might be a bit big for some people if you see right there, but for me, it's absolutely perfect. I have both, but if I had to choose, because I want to do more competition stuff, I'm buying the steel.
For sure.
All day, because that thing is, it is like going from a $250 polymer gun to a 2011 when you shoot something like that, in my opinion. Hunter Constantine, I really appreciate it, man.
Mike, thank you for having me out. It was great shooting with you.
Make sure you subscribe to Hunter Constantine's YouTube, Instagram.
If you want a belt, hunterconstantine.com, TC5.
100%.
Experience a new level of comfort for your concealed carries. Until next time.
100%. Before you turn around, I'll take that.
You can have this too.
Yeah, I need that. See you later, man.